we've actually have a member spotlight on the call here today that I'd love to have him just share, what he saved for Impact. Impact's also available for businesses. He's now able to actually offer this to his employees, but he's going to show you a couple of his medical bills, and you guys will really get a chance to see how Impact advocates for their members when it comes to this reference-based repricing model. And Jose Ramos out of Tampa, thanks for being on the call here today. And I'd love to thanks for being willing to share your Impact story and show what some of those medical bill repricings look like.
Absolutely, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me on this call. Guys, those of you that don't know me, my name's Jose Ramos. I'm a traditional business owner by background. So healthcare, like a lot of people, was always very expensive for me. I used to be with traditional health insurance. We paid over $1,000 a month for our premiums, $7,500 deductible per person in the family. So if we all got sick at the same time, $22,500 were going to come out of pocket before my $1,000 a month policy paid a penny. So when I took a look at Impact, I was excited because the first thing I saw is my savings. We saved $420 per month off of our premiums. We cut our deductible down to $2,500, so $20,000 a year in deductible savings, and eliminating the networks. And just to Jeff's point, I'll show you what some of those bills actually look like here, because it's pretty impressive. So when you become a member, you get a back office, and it looks just like this, where here's a bunch of the different medical bills that we've had. The first one I have pulled up, this one was for my wife. So this was she had a treatment at the hospital. Whoops, where'd it go? Sorry. She had a treatment at the hospital that we had to go in for, and the bill came in at $4,900. Impact got a hold of that bill. They repriced it. They lowered the bill down to $4,375, leaving the amount due $603.51. After we've already hit our primary responsibility at this point, so we were just responsible for the 10% of that bill. So we paid $60.35 for that hospital visit, right? Myself, I had a cardiac event that I was going through last year, and I spent about 4.5 hours in the hospital getting diagnosed. This was the medical bill that came through. Now, this was the first bill we had for the year, so we didn't hit our deductible at this point, our PRA, but that bill came through at $22,622. Now, if I didn't have any kind of insurance, that would have been the bill I would have had to pay, right? But Impact got a hold of that. They repriced it down to $1,155. I gladly paid the hospital $1,155 because that went towards my PRA, and then the rest of the year, I just had to come up with the difference of the $2,500 primary responsibility amount, and then down here, here's a bill for my daughter. She had a fever that wouldn't break. And, it was like 4 days. She had a fever of 103 degrees, and we just couldn't get it to break. So we decided to finally take her to the emergency room. We spent about 13 hours in the emergency room with her. They gave her an IV. They gave her some medications, but that was literally about all they did for her, right? So they sent the bill to Impact, $14,200. Impact looked at that bill. They renegotiated down to just $484, right? The share community picked up $300. We were left with $183 on a $14,000 bill, right? So the repricing is absolutely incredible. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. And with that being said, Jeff, I'll throw the call back to you, buddy.